Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 10, Respiration in Animals. So, what is respiration and what is its function? Why it is required in the animals? So, animals are living organism, and living organism require energy to do work. So, as they require energy, from where did you get the energy? Of course, you all know food. Food is the source of energy. So that's why we are taking food to get the energy. But we cannot get the energy from the food until and unless it's breakdown. No, by the process of digestion. So when it's breaking down, that breaking down process of digestion is done by the process called respiration. Okay. So without this breaking down, without the respiration, we cannot get the energy for our daily work. So our body is made up of, it's made up of a cell. Cell is the smallest unit. Cell. Let's discuss cell. We all are animals and living organisms, so we are made up of cell. Cell is a smallest unit. Smallest. सबसे छोटा, smallest unit. Okay, it is a structural and functional unit of living organism. So, what is cell? Cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of living organism. All living organisms contain a smallest unit called cell. And what is the cell? What the cell is doing is give the structure and the function for the particular organism. Okay. So it is a structure, the structure of the organ, the structure of the organism, the function of the organs, all is depend upon the cell. Okay. So as cell is structure and functional unit of life, it need energy. It need energy. And how? From where we get the energy? We get energy from food. Okay. How we get energy from food? We are getting energy from food by the process of digestion. And how? What is digestion? Means breaking down. Breaking down. And this breaking down is done by the process called respiration. Respiration means taking oxygen. Taking oxygen to break down the food. To break down the food. So cell require energy which we get from food. Food is digested, means breaking down, and by the process of respiration means taking the oxygen. The respiration process is happening by which breaking down of food takes place, that is called digestion, and from that food we get the energy. Okay, so today we discuss the respiration process. So as all the respiration takes place in the cell, so that is called cellular respiration. The respiration happening in cell is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Okay, it's called cellular respiration as the respiration takes place in the cell itself. Okay, so from here what we conclude, what is the definition of respiration? Let's see that. What is the definition of respiration? So respiration means, I will write the definition here itself. Breaking down of food with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water to get energy. So what is respiration? Breaking down of food with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water to get energy. So respiration means it is a combination of breathing and digestion. Okay. So in the breathing we are taking the oxygen that will be going to help to break down the food, which is ultimately breakdown of food is called digestion, and then we getting the energy, and carbon dioxide and extra water is removed from our body as a waste. So this is called complete respiration process. Okay, as it is done in the cell, so it is also called cellular respiration. So as here also some respiration happen in the smaller organism. In the smaller organism, the respiration happen in without the oxygen. Okay, so the respiration which done with the help of the oxygen. So with the help of oxygen respiration are called aerobic respiration. It is called aerobic respiration. Okay, so when the respiration with oxygen happen, it is called aerobic respiration. So if the respiration without oxygen, if the respiration happen, it is called anaerobic respiration. Okay, clear? So first we have read about respiration. So respiration is the process of breaking down of food with the help of oxygen into the carbon dioxide and water to get energy. That is your aerobic respiration. Okay, carbon dioxide and water with energy. Okay, with energy, it should be with energy. That is aerobic one. And the same process also happening without the oxygen, without the presence of oxygen, that is called anaerobic. So this anaerobic respiration is mostly found in the smaller organism or single cell organism. Example, if I want to give, this is yeast. So anaerobic respiration is the respiration happen without the presence of oxygen. That is, one example is your yeast. Yeast is a single cell organism which respire anaerobically. Anaerobically means without the oxygen. Okay, let's see the difference between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, we move to that. So let's go for aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay, so anaerobic respiration. Okay. So what is aerobic? Let's revise. Now only I have told you. So aerobic means with the presence of oxygen. When any respiration happen with the help or in the presence of oxygen, that is your aerobic one. And anaerobic, absence of oxygen. So any respiration happen with the absence of oxygen is called your anaerobic. Okay. So in the aerobic, what is the product? So what happened in the respiration? Food is breaking down. Let the food be glucose. Here, glucose is our food. it will break down with oxygen, with oxygen to give us carbon dioxide plus water plus more energy. Okay, it provides more energy. Absence of oxygen, what happens? Again, here also the food is going to break down. So here also glucose, oxygen, absent. Oxygen is not there. So what will we get? We get carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Energy is less than the aerobic one, plus alcohol. Plus alcohol. So alcohol is an additional product which we get when the respiration takes place anaerobically, means without the oxygen. Alcohol. So that's why, so example I have given yeast. In yeast we find this type of anaerobic respiration, but in our human body we find aerobic respiration. Okay, so yeast is respire anaerobically. That's why it is used to prepare wine and beer. So in the wine and beer, when it is produced, it is prepared by the help of yeast, because wine and beer are the alcoholic products, and to make them alcoholic, yeast is used in it to make the process of wine, because yeast respire anaerobically and producing alcohol as a product. So this is the reason a question must be coming, why yeast is used for making wine and beer, because yeast is a single cell organism which respire anaerobically and produce alcohol as a product. Okay, I hope you're clear about the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, let's discuss something more about this. So aerobic and anaerobic, you are clear, but in some time also anaerobic respiration happen in human body. Okay, anaerobic respiration in human. As I told you, in human being always aerobic one is happening, but sometime anaerobical has happened. How and when? So when first the anaerobic respiration is happen when you are doing lots of exercises, lots of physical work, lots of weight lifting. So when we are doing a lot of work at a time, that time we require more energy. Okay, means more energy means more breaking down of food, means more oxygen supply. But as you are doing the physical work vigorously, so in that some particular time, our body is lacking of oxygen, means each and every cell will not get the sufficient oxygen supply, because every cell requires more and more energy, no? So more and more oxygen supply they need. So sometimes some muscles or some part of your cell will not get that much of sufficient oxygen. So what happens, as they require energy, so that particular muscle or the particular cell will respire without oxygen. And when they are respire without oxygen, so the product will be different. They are produced anaerobically. So what they produce, let's see. So the human, when we are producing, we respire anaerobically, what happens? The glucose will break down to lactic acid plus energy. Because when you are doing lots of physical work or lots of exercise, that time, or running, that time your body need energy, but your body is unable to supply the sufficient oxygen to each and every cell. So the cell which will not get sufficient oxygen, but they also need energy, so they respire anaerobically, they break down the food anaerobically and produce lactic acid and energy. Energy they get, but along with that they also produce lactic acid. Okay, So that's why you must be have heard that when we are doing lots of exercise or physical work, we'll have a cramp or we'll have pain in some of the muscles. No, cramp, muscle cramp. You must have heard about muscle cramp. This is muscle cramp because of the production of lactic acid. It means what you know, the glucose is not properly breakdown, it's partially breakdown. So when the glucose is partially breakdown, it gives us lactic acid, which create muscle cramp. Okay, and if you go to doctor or any physician, you going to ask how to get relief from muscle cramp, they will tell you that either take hot bath, hot water bath, otherwise do oil massage. So why do those people are advised to do this one? Because hot water bath and oil massage will do what? It will improve your blood circulation. Okay, it will improve your blood circulation. It will improve your blood circulation. Okay, when the blood circulation improve means what? Sufficient oxygen supply. What will happen? Sufficient oxygen supply. So when sufficient oxygen is supplied means there will be the lactic acid, which is partial breakdown of glucose, no, will completely break down. So lactic acid break completely. So lactic acid breaks completely means the respiration process is complete. So you will get relief from this muscle cramp. Okay. So also in some time when the human being are doing lots of physical work at one time, that time also we are respire anaerobically, which produce lactic acid, which also give you a muscle cramp. Muscle cramps relief panically, you can take hot water and or otherwise you massage the oil in that particular place. So you can get relief because hot water bath and oil massage will improve your blood circulation, which give you lots of oxygen and help in to complete your respiration process, जो कि partial था अभी वो complete हो गया. So you get relief from that. So this is how respiration is important. So respiration is important to get the energy. But for the respiration, what we need? We need to take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. This is what? This is your breathing. So breathing is followed by the respiration. Okay. So breathing, what is breathing? Breathing means taking of oxygen rich air through the nostril into the lungs. After expiration, the carbon dioxide from the lungs again from the nostril will given out. So the inhalation means taking the oxygen is called inhalation and giving out carbon dioxide is called exhalation. So inhalation of oxygen air and oxygen rich air and exhalation of carbon dioxide rich air is called breathing. And for breathing, what is important? Your important is your nostril and then from nostril to lungs. So the next class we'll read about how the breathing takes place in the human body. Then after that you revise this. I hope you understand all the points of respiration. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.